Mars is a fascinating planet. It is the only planet in our solar system that has conditions that could potentially support life. It is also a planet that is very different from Earth in many ways. One of the most interesting things about Mars is its huge volcano, Olympus Mons. This is Mira. In this episode, we will wonder how the largest volcano in the solar system formed, and what it means for the study of the cosmos. Olympus Mons is the highest mountain in the solar system. It is located on Mars and is about 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Olympus Mons is a shield volcano, which means that it is a large volcano with a wide, flat base. The mountain is about 600 kilometers wide and 25 kilometers high. Shield volcanoes are formed by the eruption of low-viscosity lava. The lava flows down the sides of the volcano, creating a wide, flat base. Shield volcanoes are usually found in areas where there is a lot of volcanic activity, such as Hawaii and Iceland. Olympus Mons is the youngest of the large volcanoes on Mars. It is thought to be about 2 billion years old. The volcano is still active, although there has been no recent eruptions. Olympus Mons is an important scientific site. It is the target of several Mars missions, including the Mars Global Surveyor and the Mars Odyssey. The Mars rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, have also visited the area. The mountain is so large that it can be seen from space. The volcano formed in the Tharsis region of Mars, which is a large volcanic province that contains several other large volcanoes. The Tharsis region is thought to have formed from the release of large amounts of magma from the Martian mantle. This magma would have risen to the surface and formed the volcanoes in the region. Olympus Mons is the largest volcano in the solar system, but it is not the only large volcano on Mars. The Tharsis region contains several other large volcanoes, including Olympus Mons, Pavonis Mons, and Ascent Mons. These volcanoes are all larger than any volcanoes on Earth. The Olympus Mons was discovered in the early 1960s by NASA's Mariner 9 spacecraft. Mariner 9 was the first spacecraft to orbit Mars, and it sent back images of the planet's surface. The images showed a large volcano, which was later named Olympus Mons. Since its discovery, the Olympus Mons has been studied by many spacecraft, including NASA's Viking orbiters and the Mars Global Surveyor. These spacecraft have provided scientists with valuable information about the volcano's structure and composition. The Olympus Mons is an important scientific site, and it is also a popular destination for Mars exploration. In 2007, NASA's Opportunity rover made a long journey to the base of the volcano, and in 2011, the Curiosity rover began a 2-year mission to study the Olympus Mons. The Olympus Mons is also a good place to study the geology of Mars. The mountain is made up of layers of lava that have been deposited over time. By studying the layers of lava, scientists can learn about the history of Mars and how the planet has changed over time. What would it be like to climb the Olympus Mons? This is a question that has been on people's mind for a while now. It has always been a fascinating idea to climb a mountain, and the Olympus Mons is a whole different level. Standing at over 22 kilometers high, it is the tallest mountain in the solar system. That is almost 3 times the height of Mount Everest. The first thing that comes to mind is the logistics of such a climb. How would you even get to the base of the mountain? The answer is probably a mix of spacecraft and rovers. Once you are there, you would need to suit up in some pretty intense gear to protect you from the extreme conditions. The next challenge would be the actual ascent. Even with the best equipment, it would be a daunting task. The thin atmosphere would offer little resistance, meaning that you would have to pull yourself up most of the way. The lack of oxygen would also be a major issue, meaning that you would have to take regular breaks to avoid exhaustion. Finally, you would need to contend with the extreme cold. Temperatures on the Martian surface can get as low as -125 degrees Celsius. That is cold enough to cause frostbite in seconds. The Olympus Mons is important. It is one of the few places on Mars where there is evidence of past volcanic activity. The mountain is also a good place to look for evidence of life on Mars. This kind of volcanic activity on Mars could have created conditions that were favorable for life to develop. Keep wondering.